Hey everyone, welcome to Millennium Computer's online 5-minute tutorial series. Now today's course is going to specifically take a look at FAST student reporting. And what we're going to cover is how to use the new student timetable. Now if you've been working in FAST Student for some time, you're pretty familiar, I would assume, with the course info tab. This is where you have the ability to run course summaries or enrollment summaries. You can also drill down to the class lists and the enrollment detail from those reports. You can also view the timetable for the instructors. So this is specifically looking at instructor workload and looking at by term or by calendar date what their timetable actually looks like. We've taken that type of functionality and moved that into the student world. So now we have the ability to take a look at a student record and take a look at what that calendar looks like for that student. Let's go into Student Info and select Student Timetable. Now, I think a good example of when this might come in handy is if you're working as an advisor or in registration and you want to help a student find maybe gaps in their calendar and find the best day to add additional classes, or maybe you're looking to see if any days are particularly heavy and you might want to readjust some of that workload. So notice now, actually, we have the ability to see right on the page which fields are required. And so this is based on version number 4.3.05 and higher. You're now going to see those required fields really come to life on the page. And so you never have to execute the report and then be told which fields are mandatory. Now, if you don't know the student number, but you have their name or they're sitting in front of you, just go ahead and click on the magnifying glass. You can enter some or all of their first or last name and use the search feature. I think best practice is probably going to be to use the student ID number if you have it handy. So let's go ahead and type that in now. And then we can enter a term. This is probably going to be a non-mandatory field in most cases, but we'll go ahead and enter something just so it actually pulls up a particular point on the calendar and we don't have to scroll through and find what we're looking for. So once you've entered your student ID and a term, let's just execute that report. Now what this is bringing me back, and let me just quickly walk you through this page, is my filter trail clearly shows my student ID number and my term. And obviously if I click on either of those fields, I can make a change to that pretty easily. Notice on the right-hand side, we have the ability to display this by work week or by calendar week. Now calendar week is going to be the default, and this is going to be the same on your pinned report scheduler and all the other calendar control fields within FAST. If your institution does not run courses on Saturday, Sunday, just go ahead and click on Work Week. And it's just going to re-summarize that page for you and exclude the weekends. Now, if we want to, we can scroll ahead or back using the arrows, and this is just going to allow me to scroll 1 week at a time into the future. Okay, we can also click on the Today button if I want to quickly navigate to today's date on the calendar, or I can also click on the Calendar button. This allows me to pick any day of the month, any month by clicking forward or back, or any year. So if I want to see something in the past or in the future, you can just go ahead and click on the Calendar button and make your selection from there. Now, the point of this page is going to be able to give you a visual representation, more of an actual timetable view than just a standard FAST report. And some of you may love working on the reporting side of things, but if you're more into a visual representation, this is going to be your best bet. So I can pretty clearly see now that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, this student has a completely wide open calendar. If I'm looking for a day to add a course, Tuesday, Thursday is going to be my best bet. You can also see if we scroll down here a little bit, we've got 4 to 5:30 on Friday. This poor guy has biochemistry leading right into the weekend. So that's lovely for him. We've got a couple more things we can do on this page. Notice if I hover over any of these courses, a click to view button pops up. So if I click on any of these courses, it's actually going to bring me to my course list report. Now, this is a report that you can also get to from the course summary page or from the class list page. If I click on the student ID number off my class list, this is showing me all the courses this student is enrolled in for this term. So this is giving me the report summary view. Same information, just a bit more detail. And this is the best page also if you want to print it. Just export that down into PDF. You can print it or email it off pretty easily. If I want to get back to my timetable, remember, don't use the back button in your browser. Just click on the Return To button in the top of the page. There we go. And now I'm back to the week I was looking at in my student timetable, and I can certainly now scroll ahead or back and then help this student with their course selection. Hope this was a helpful introduction, and we will see you again next time.